I have some awesome secret locations where no vendors go. And these locations have helped me tremendously through my business. No, they're not festivals, fairs, concerts, or my normal youth sporting events. These are 5 locations that are totally off the radar. This is Mike, the Caesar of concessions, giving you my top 5 secret locations that I sell at. Okay, most people, will sell at big events. These places on my list for you are not big. However, they can work really, really well for a myriad of reasons, and we'll explain why to each one we go to. I have 5 secret places, 5 being with number 1 being absolutely phenomenal. Hopefully you can pick out one of these 5 locations and use them for yourself, or heck, use all 5. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 5, I have set up at local neighborhood parks for years. There's a strategy to this, okay? You got to go on a beautiful day. You got to go, and there's going to be lots of people out. Whether it be summer, and it depends on the product you're selling, right? So, you take your tent, your trailer, whatever, you go pitch it in the grass, and you go to work. Presumably if you have all the business licenses for this town, etc., right? Anyway, you go set up at a local park. The revenue is not amazing. Okay, we're going to put that out there first and foremost, but it can be good. And if you have a job that got canceled, or just want to make a little bit extra, had a slow week, or just part of your routine, go to a local park and set up, and you will see how good you do. Usually, no other vendors. Maybe an ice cream truck will come through here or there. Other than that, that's it. You have the run of the place to yourself. Local parks can be pretty decent. Okay? Number 4. This one has worked out really well for me on quite a few occasions. Strip malls. What I mean by that, and the one I'm thinking of is just like, there's just one in particular in my town. We have a hardware store, like a barber shop, a little hole-in-the-wall restaurant. I can't think of what else is in that strip mall right now. But I just kind of set up in a little grassy area in like the middle of it, in the middle of the parking lot, and set up there. And we have done really, really well. I mean, sometimes I've sold out and I had to go get more product to come back and sell at these strip malls. I'm not right up on them like at their doors, so I'm not going in and asking a particular company if I could be out front and I'll give them a cut. Nope, I just set up in a grassy island and go to work. I have never been kicked out. And I've done it, I don't know, 25, 50 times, 100 times, I don't know, through the years. A strip mall, honestly, if you can get in one, talk to all the residents or whatever, however you want to work that out, a strip mall can be really, really good. I would honestly appreciate a sub if you enjoy my content. Plus, it helps you. If you sub, you will get notifications and you will get a bell or whatever to let you know the next time I drop a video or I do a live simulcast. I like to say it like that. It makes me sound important. On to number 3. Okay, this location many times has been absolutely phenomenal. A gas station. And I don't mean one of the big corporate monster gas stations where you have to go in, talk to a manager, then you have to email some corporate. No, if you can get one that's locally owned, like I got one where the owner will actually work in there from time to time, you give them a cut, or do it for a certain organization as a fundraiser, kind of set up off to the side, and you can get samples. If particularly, let's say you do kettle corn, you can go through the gas pumps and hand out samples as they're getting their gas. Make sure you take debit. This is a good one for debit because most people are just pulling up to the pump, paying with debit, and don't want to come over and get some of your product. Gas stations for me have been absolutely brilliant. I mean, I've had $1,000 days, like 4 or 5 hours in front of a gas station. And if I have permission from the owner to do it whenever I want, as long as I give them a cut, I go whenever. Anytime jobs are canceled, you could do it 5 days a week if you wanted to and make it your normal. Gas stations are absolutely incredible. And I've never seen another vendor outlet, ever. Over a decade I've been doing it, I've never ever seen another kettle corn, lemonade, or hot dog cart in front of a gas. Now, I don't know if a hot dog cart would work because most gas stations sell hot dogs, but they ain't selling kettle corn, and they're not selling fresh squeezed lemonade. Gas stations are my number 3. If you think gas stations are great, which they are, wait till you see my next 2. This one, my number 2. It holds a special place in my heart because I sold there every winter for years. And this is how I fed my family a lot during the winters when I wasn't doing anything over the spring, summer, and fall. A local business park that has a cafeteria. I got permission from the complex. I would give them a cut. And sometimes they'll have like Tupperware, I don't know if it's Tupperware, whatever. And different like knitted items people would bring in and sell in their cafeteria on the little table. I would be the only food vendor. And for this particular one, I did my kettle corn with my special flavoring, like my roasted vanilla bean. Now, I could not pop it on site, so I would pre-pop it and take the bags. And then as I learned what my clientele wanted, I adjust how much I popped and took it in there. And it was fantastic. I would take in bag after bag, a big trash bag full of bagged kettle corn ready to go. That business park has helped me throughout the years like you would not believe. And the amount of revenue I take out of there, even after giving a cut, a lifesaver, to be honest with you. I have so much love for business parks, and I could have gotten into several. I started calling around and seeing if I could get different days at different business parks, but mine was so good, I never took that next leap to get into the others. I did get permission. I just never did it because the one I was at was so good. I mean, they got like 500 employees all coming down to eat at the cafeteria. It was incredible. And people looked forward to me being there every single day. Monday through Friday, I worked like 10 to 1 and just did it in the cafeteria in the back. Sometimes if I was sick or didn't feel like going, I wouldn't go. And what that would do, which I ended up doing later on, doing like 2 or 3 days a week, created monster demand instead of being there every day. Either way, you could do it every day, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever. A business park is a phenomenal place to go to sell your product. Now, my number 1, and I have killed it like thousands of dollars at these particular events time after time. Elementary school events. I'm talking back to school picnics. I'm talking just things where the whole school is involved. They have several like carnivals and movie nights and Christmas stuff. It doesn't matter. They do them all year long. Get into these elementary school events. I'm usually the only real food vendor there, and you will absolutely crush it. Crush it. thousands of dollars at these events. Of course, you probably got to work out something with the elementary school, give them a little something with the PTA, is how I get into them. If you have any questions how I get into these events, drop them in the comments. I purposely left out how I get into them, so you could drop some comments and ask me, and I can respond to you on my videos. I hope you enjoyed these top 5 secret places that I vend at, that hopefully you can jump on. This is Mike, the Caesar of concessions, out.